the traffic, the gridlock, the homeless crisis, the crime, increasing taxes, the soaring gas prices, the soaring costs of living, municipality mismanagement, excessive regulations. This is California. However, so is this. Great weather, amazing beaches, unbelievable mountains, clean air, clean water, blue skies, environmentally friendly, Disneyland, movie capital of the world, iconic sports franchises, iconic cities, Surf City, USA, the Golden Gate Bridge. To live in California or to leave California? That's the question. A question being argued in the Golden State these days. And as thousands are fleeing California, this argument seems to be divided among what else? Party lines. Many progressives, liberals, Democrats, academia, environmentalists claim this mass exodus of sorts is nonsense, simply a political talking point. People are really not running away. And yet many conservatives, Republicans, business owners, mom-and-pop shop owners, and residents in this state insist Californians are leaving in droves, claiming people can't run fast enough to escape the hell that is California. This dispute even has journalists at odds. Take, for example, two of Southern California's leading columnists.
I often say California is a natural wonder and a man-made disaster.
There are plenty of opportunities in California. And if you want someone to change the world, you probably want them from California.
So just who are these two journalists with diametrically opposed opinions of California? Well, Rick Reif is the editor-at-large of the Orange County Business Journal. He's been with the publication over 30 years. This Pulitzer Prize winner is a household name in Orange County. Rick wrote one of the most famous business columns in California, the OC Insider. In fact, the column was such a success, Rick spun his OC Insider column into a news and public affairs program for PBS for over a decade, Inside OC. John Lansner is an award-winning business columnist for the Southern California News Group, which includes one of the most renowned and influential newspapers in California, the Orange County Register. John has been with the Register for well over 2 decades, writing about all things California and all the great things the Golden State has to offer. And John's Register popularity took him to the radio and TV airwaves as an occasional guest pundit on PBS and talk radio in SoCal.
I'm very concerned about the high taxes in California. State income tax, highest in the nation. Sales tax, highest in the nation. And think about gasoline right now. Californians pay roughly 50 cents, a little more than 50 cents a gallon just for tax. And that's way more than almost any other state. One state, Pennsylvania, they're about a nickel ahead of us. But now I've read that Pennsylvania is actually thinking about rolling back or eliminating their gasoline tax. So we'll probably be first there too.
If you want to talk about taxes, basically taxes plus or minus are pretty level across the nation. I know you're going to go, John, you're crazy. No, I'm not. You go to Texas and go look at the property taxes. Double, triple what many Californians pay, including myself because of Prop 13. I'm paying property taxes based on 1990s values. If I bought a comparable home that was half the price in Texas, my property tax would go through the roof. Yes, there's no income tax. Tax is one of those things, it's different for everybody.
Rick Reif claims it's not just the taxes that are killing Californians.
California is losing, on average, 6 headquarters a month. We've lost Oracle, Tesla just announced a move, Hewlett-Packard. Usually they're moving to Texas. Disney is relocating 2,000 jobs from California to Florida. And the reason, almost any survey, any study that's taken shows that California ranks at or near the bottom in being business friendly. What's the big problem? High taxes, over-regulation. Those are the two main things that are driving companies out of California.
There is a lot of pro-consumer, pro-worker rules and regulations in California. And that may very well translate to be that we're anti-business. And you can say, well, isn't that forcing employers out? Well, I would say one thing, and it's particularly important in this era, where the employee has seemed to gather enough gumption to now have a big say in salaries and workplace conditions and whatever. Workers are really what makes, a healthy economy, and California protects them. I am sorry that bosses don't like that, and some bosses choose to go elsewhere.
And Lansner claims people fleeing California, well, that's just nonsense, a Republican talking point.
The share of movers compared to our immense population made us the state where it was least likely for anyone to leave. During that decade, I heard extreme calls about this exodus from California. When it comes to the population data from the census, nothing could be further from the truth.
California just lost a congressional seat in the last census. New York lost a congressional seat, California, Illinois. I kind of see a pattern there of states that are known to be business unfriendly. Who picked up seats? Florida gained a seat, Texas gained 2 seats.
Reif says the denial of the mass migration out of California is a Democrat talking point. And Reif points to the fact that people fleeing this state has even affected the political landscape.
In the last 10 years, California's had a net out-migration. That means more people moving out than moving in, of about 1.2 million. So that's 100,000 a year net migration out of California, and actually that pace is picking up. It's now approaching 300,000 people a year. So yeah, I think that's pretty good evidence that the state has a problem.
I am sure there's more than a few people in California on all political spectrums would say, we don't really need more people right now. When I often hear about the tons of people who don't like progressive California politics, I laugh. This is no surprise to these people, I hope. And two, we had a chance, those who don't like that politics, they had a big chance in recent months to express their views, and they got them on a very narrow way. They got to get enough signatures, which is a small slice of the state population, to qualify for a ballot recall. And then when it came time to vote, the state said, sorry.
To find out what some average folks living in the Golden State are saying about California pros and cons, we took our cameras to the street to get various opinions from all different Californians of all different backgrounds, all different walks of life.
I think a lot of people are leaving California because honestly the home prices are so crazy, especially people my age I just got married, my friends trying to buy our first home. It's pretty much impossible.
I enjoy this place for 3 reasons. Number one, because it's 365 days of the year is sun. We have a good time. Second, because of the people. People here are joyful, friend. It's very nice. And the third thing is because California, for me, is the state closest to heaven.
As a business owner, it's been really hard doing business in California. The pricing, the rules and regulation, the fees, the licensing, all that crap is making it hard for us to survive. We have 2 other places and we're thinking about shutting one of them because 14 members of my family last weekend, we were at the park and they all decided they're moving to Texas.
It's just way too expensive here. It's Democrat run. It's stupid, in my opinion. I see why anybody would leave. Can't beat the weather here, of course. That's why a lot of people do stay. I don't know. I mean, we've looked at places in Mexico, and I like Florida. I don't know if I can handle humidity, but definitely politics are a lot better, in my opinion.
The politics, it's too restrictive here now. We're actually in the process of leaving. We're selling our house and we're out, moving to Texas.
I don't think there's anything wrong with California. If you don't agree with the politics, you don't agree with the politics. And I'm not saying that I agree with all of the politics. But what I will say is I was born and raised here, and you'll have to kick me out.